The Young and the Restless Wednesday, February 18th recap. Victoria's warning shot enrages Billy, Sally's new co-CEO. The Young and the Restless recap for Wednesday, February 18th, reveals that Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, will fire a warning shot that enrages Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, while Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, names her new co-CEO. At the Park Cafe, Victoria will give Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, updates on her decision to send Johnny Abbott, Paxton Mishkind, and Katie Abbott, Sienna Mercury, back to boarding school. Victoria will claim it's to keep the kids out of all the ugly drama, but Nate will wonder if this is really about punishing Billy instead. However, Victoria will stand by her choice as a preventative measure. Although Victor Newman, Eric Braden, has a plan to force Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, to align with the Newmans, Victoria won't have a lot of faith in it. That's why Victoria will have her own plan to handle Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and will hint about it hitting closer to home. At Chancellor, Billy will take a look around the office and seem pleased over being home sweet home. Once Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, pops up with concerns about his brother, Billy will act like Jack's really there to judge him and try to send him on a guilt trip. Jack will quiz Billy about the situation with Victoria and the kids, but he won't want to talk about that. Once the conversation shifts to Sally, Jack will wonder if getting Chancellor back is worth losing the woman Billy loves. Billy will suspect that Jack's just mad about not being the one to best Victor, so Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, won't be surprised to hear him slamming her husband when she walks in. Nikki will admit she was hoping for some time alone to clear her stuff out, so Billy will agree to go to lunch with Jack and give her some space. Although Billy won't be sorry that Victor got what he deserved, he'll acknowledge that he didn't want to hurt Nikki. Of course, Nikki will think Billy always hurts people anyway. In a moment alone with Jack, Nikki will urge him to give Billy a message about the consequences for anyone who stands in the way of the Newmans reclaiming power. At Society, Sally will tell Audra Charles, Zolika Silver, about a change in leadership since she's naming Audra her co-CEO in a press release. Sally will admit she had to call Jill Abbott, Jess Walton, and give her the news about Billy bailing on her to take back Chancellor. Since Sally trusts Audra, she'll insist that Jill's willing to trust her as well. Sally will fill Audra in on Billy acquiring Newman Media for her, so they'll talk about folding that into Abbott Communications. Without an Abbott at the company, Sally and Audra will also discuss a name change on Wednesday's Y&R episode. When Sally suggests Spectra-Charles Media, Audra will approve and be touched since she's never had a company named after her before. Sally will tell Audra about her breakup with Billy as well, but she'll want to focus on business instead of wallowing over her personal life. When Billy pops up, he'll have a tense exchange with Sally and Audra. Sally will make it clear that Billy chose Chancellor over her before she struts off with Audra not far behind. Jack will run into Sally and Audra outside the restaurant, so he'll let Sally know he's sorry for what happened. Sally won't blame Jack and will confirm to him that she's done with Billy. Back inside, Billy will take a confusing call about Johnny and Katie. It'll seemingly be from the kids' boarding school, so Billy will insist on talking to their mother before he answers whatever questions they have. Afterward, Billy will tell Jack that Victoria fired a warning shot and that she's gone too far. At Crimson Lights, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will stuff the fentanyl bag back in his coat, so Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will ask what he's hiding from her. Nick will claim he wasn't hiding anything and suggest he was just checking out his empty pill bottle, so Sharon will be surprised since she recently got a refill for him. However, Nick will act like he's got more pills at home and will reassure Sharon as well as Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, once he appears. Noah will admit he made a pitch for Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, to return to Genoa City and be with him, but she's taking some time to think about it in Los Angeles. As Noah quizzes Nick about all the latest Newman family drama, Nick will get agitated. It'll seem like it's making the pain worse, so Noah and Sharon will be concerned about him. Nick will downplay it and pretend he's headed home for more pills, but he'll secretly step aside elsewhere and contemplate taking the fentanyl since he's out of refills. Back with Sharon and Noah, they'll worry since it'll seem like Nick's hiding something that he doesn't want them to know. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Nick could be headed down a terrible path, so stay tuned. We'll have other sizzling Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news to read up on, so make us your favorite Y&R hotspot.